get that first one today. Then how did Tampa take control of this one?
Yeah, I thought we came out pretty good. Obviously, it's a huge goal. Great play by Willie to Celli, and we weren't able to sustain that same level of play after that. So, that's a good team over there, right? And they're going to get looks, obviously, but they capitalized, and we had some too. But we gave up too much and didn't capitalize when we had it.
How tough has it been right now to try and kind of get things going?
It's hard, yep, for sure. But, we're pros here. This is what we get paid to do. We get paid to show up every single day and try and be the best version of yourself on and off the ice. And that's where you show your character. So I think we got a group in here that no one's going to quit. No one's going to go away here. And it's a tough league, man. When things aren't going your way like this, it gets even harder. So we just got to stick together, stay with it, keep working hard, and we got a couple of days of practice here, and reset again.
How much is it a challenge on Max when we are in the standings team-wise to have that sort of approach or going forward?
Listen, man, where we're at, and we take ownership on that. We understand that it's been a tough couple days when you lose a few guys like that. Quite frankly, when you lose anyone, but when you lose three amazing human beings and great teammates like we did, it's tough on the boys, but. Like I said, you got to find a way to be a pro, and I believe in every single guy in here to do that, and we will. So just got to stick with it and find a way to get out of it together.
Outside of the standings, how would you describe the significance of the last 18 games and why a strong final push would be important for this group?
There's no rear view mirror now. We're not looking in the past. What's happened has happened, you just got to, like I said, put one foot in front of the other and keep working hard. You can't go on your own page. You can't worry about yourself at this point of the year. This is where you come even closer. So, like I said, not easy, but we're going to get through it together.
How tough was it to see some of your teammates go yesterday and the day before?
Yeah, that's the worst part of the game, honestly. It's the hardest thing. Every guy in here is like a brother to myself and to everyone else, too. So, obviously wish all three of them the best. They're going to three great teams, and they're, like I said, great hockey players. You guys all know that, but even better human beings and top-notch teammates. So we're going to miss them, and that's what happens when you lose and when you don't have the success that you should. And unfortunately, that's the reality of the business.
Where did this game get away from the group?
Probably just spend 4 or 5 minutes there in the first. They kind of just throwing pucks at the net. They were hounding bodies around the net, and puck was finding them. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. Right there, it's obviously tough to crawl out of a 4-1 hole against anybody, but especially these guys. They're a good team, so it was definitely tough for us tonight.
How tough have the last couple of days been for you guys with the trades that happened?
It's part of the business, though. You look at every team, they kind of go through it, and I've been on teams that have bought, teams that have sold, and it's part of the business. Obviously, we lost 3 outstanding human beings and great guys that work hard, and we're a big part of our group. But at the same time, too, it's an opportunity for someone else to kind of step in and claim a role. Whether that's for the rest of this season or next season.
What is the key to the rest of the season? What would us, listen to standings aside, what would be the importance in your mind of these last 18 games?
Just try to find our game, and just try to play a complete 60 minutes. And, we have stretches, I think, where we do play really well. And then there's just a couple times, we just kind of let it get away from us. And, we got 18 games left here. We got to battle. We got to, work through this. It's, you hate to hear the boos and, a minute left. And, it's no excuse. We have to go out there. We have to work hard, and we got to try to climb out of this.
Understand the boos, though, at this point?
What's that?
Understand the boos of some of
the obviously people are going to be frustrated. They're spending their hard-earned money, come watch us play. So, it's just more motivation for us. Like I said, we got to, find a way and, got to find a way to crawl out of this and, just put together a complete 60 minutes. Obviously right now everyone's playing playoff hockey. So, the standings are so tight that, every single game is important. So teams are going to be, jamming it down our throats, just trying to, get their game, whether they're in the playoff spot or if they're, working to try to get in a spot, they're going to, be working hard. So we're going to have to match their intensity.
Austin talked about the roller coaster we've had all season, not being able to put the 16 minutes together. Why has it been such a challenge?
It's a good question. I think, it's the thing is, you look around, and when we do find ways to play well, play hard, it's there. Like, we've beaten some really good teams this year. It's definitely frustrating, and I think that's something that's going to have to come from within the room here. And like I said, we had 18 games left, and no one's feeling sorry for us, and no one's quitting. So I think that we're going to have to go, and as a collective group, we're going to have to reach down deep and just try to find it here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Simon, how do you describe the adversity, the challenge that you guys are dealing with right now?
Yeah, no, it's frustrating. We're trying to stick up for each other, play for each other here. Obviously, it's not going the way we want.
How difficult is it when the reality of the standings to find that?
I don't think looking at it like that is going to help us. I think we just have to look at each other here and try to stick together and figure out a way to win some games.
How tough was the trade deadline for you to kind of deal with?
Yeah, it was the first year I was actually involved, I would say. But at the same time, I don't have any trade clause or anything, so it's just part of the game. Nothing to do about it. I was at the aquarium with my kid that day, so still need to be there for my family. Can't really thought about it too much. Lost some guys, like all three of them, but it is what it is, and we just have to stick with each other and keep playing hockey.
Is there a sense of relief when it passed and you're still here? Like, it's you wanted to stay?
Yeah, I love being here. They gave me a chance. So obviously I want to play for this logo. I try my hardest out there. Obviously it's not going the way I wish it would go. But
Anthony was saying it was hard to hear some boos there at the end, but also kind of you understand it. What are the emotions when you kind of hear that from the fans for you?
no, it's frustration. Obviously, we feel it as well. They want us to win. I don't blame them. Obviously, we want to win as much as as them. So, like I said, we need to stick together here. We need to regroup and get some wins here.
Matias, you get that goal to start. Then, kind of, how did the game turn against you guys tonight?
Yeah, obviously, we got an early lead, and we weren't good enough. It's disappointing again. It's been now 7 games after the break, and we just haven't got it together and haven't pulled out of any wins.
How tough is it to get it going when you're going through something like this?
I still, there's a locker room of good players here. We gotta believe in each other and stick with it. There's no other way around it. We got to do our best every night.
What's the common thread been in the last 7 games? You guys just haven't been able to get going.
Yeah, don't really have an answer for that. It just feels like we get chances too, but we just can't capitalize, and they do, and then we're chasing after the first period, the last few games. So it's hard to win when you're chasing a couple goals.
You've been able to capitalize a few games in a row here. What do you like, I guess, about your game at the moment, or are you feeling anything positive in your own game despite the results of the team?
Yeah, no. Obviously, you get to play with Willie and Austin, and so you just have to do your best, to work hard, and they'll find you for scoring chances. So just doing my best every night.
The boos at the end of the game, is that hard to hear, or do you understand the frustration of the fans? How do you kind of process that?
Yeah, for sure. We got passionate fans here. We got great fans, so it's understandable. We're also disappointed in ourselves, so I get it.
Greg, how did you assess the game today?
Yeah, tough break in the first goal, but thought that kind of took a little bit out of us, put us on our heels a little bit, and they capitalized on a couple more. A power play goal. We had some good looks, didn't put it in the net. But I felt like, we kind of were a little bit not tentative after they scored the first goal, but just not staying with what we were doing. Kind of backed off too much. Second was better, checked better, and didn't give up a lot. We got to finish better. We had some looks, didn't finish.
Why do you think it's been an issue with the finishing part this season, like all season long, like from the beginning to now? Has there been anything?
I'm not sure it's been all year. I thought there was pretty good stretch where we were getting enough goals and the scoring was pretty balanced, I thought, at one point. But right now it's, we can't, I guess we're not getting the bounces. We're not we're not shooting it well enough, whatever. There's a lot of reasons probably. But we had some good looks and we're not finding the back of the net enough.
What was your sense of the team? Like, you get down early, it's not been going your way. Like, what was the bench like? What was the room like the rest of the way?
I thought, like, in the first, like I said, that goal, the first goal that went in, and then they got the other one. The bench was a little bit down, but I thought the guys came out in the second and played the right way. So it's a good sign. But in the end, we gotta come out and come out to play to win the game, not lose the game. And I find that right now, when a goal goes in or two goals go in, we kind of protect too much and not stay on our toes and play.
Booze at the end of the night.
What's that?
Booze at the end of the night.
Hey, they pay good money to come watch us and they want to win. So just like we do. That's part of the game everywhere.
What do you like about Quillen on the PK and Zyka Matthews?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job tonight. He works and he's got really good feet, and again, I was happy with his game all around.